despite the fact that some European leaders are trying to pretend that they actually support a ceasefire or the rights of the Palestinian people, although we all know that they're a bunch of big hypocrites, most of them, okay? Don't get me wrong, please, because some people will start telling you, on every word. No, most of them. There's recognition of a Palestinian state. Again, not that it changes or stops the genocide. Like any genuine action, by the way. So before you get fooled by people who tell you, oh, look, we're recognizing a Palestinian state. Any genuine action that needs to be taken now has to have a direct result on Israel's genocide in Gaza. Don't tell me you're going to recognize a Palestinian state and you're still arming Israel. Don't tell me you're going to recognize a Palestinian state when you're still recognizing Israel. Don't tell me you're going to recognize a Palestinian state while trying to dictate who's going to control this Palestinian state. And don't tell me you're going to recognize a Palestinian state that has no sovereignty and no army and nothing whatsoever. Please. As in, who are you fooling? Okay? But the Zionists and the evangelical Zionists, so the Jewish Zionists and the Christian Zionists, they're very worried. And of course, the Trump administration is also very worried. Now, he is asking Marco Rubio to start barking. What is Marco Rubio barking? Marco Rubio is bothered by the fact that some countries are going to recognize a Palestinian state. Now, don't get me wrong, recognize that, all good, but there are priorities. And the priority now is to take action to stop this pariah entity from killing children every day. That's the priority. Strip them of legitimacy, kick them off from the United Nations. Hell, kick the United States out of the UN too. Or eliminate this whole UN altogether. It's pointless, really. And they're worried about this recognition. Marco Rubio is threatening European countries now by telling them recognizing a Palestinian state will create more problems. We told those countries, we told everyone, if you recognize a Palestinian state, that there is a fake, you are going to create more problems. There's going to be a backlash to this. It is only going to make things hard to reach a ceasefire and even lead to attempts at a counteraction. What is this arrogance? What heaps of arrogance, and what threats with violence as well, and intimidation. What is this? How hostile. Aren't the European countries your supposed allies who follow you like poodles? What's the problem? He is so worried about the fact that people are going to recognize the Palestinians. You know why? Because they deny the existence of the Palestinian people. Why? Because the existence of the Palestinian people is like putting a mirror in their face. They're stripped completely. They're the thieves. They are the imposters. They are the land grabbers. They are the mass murderers. They are the genocidal maniacs. So they don't want to have anything called Palestinian. They want to erase that history. Unfortunately for them, though, it's way too late. I mean, really, it is way, way too late. He's even banning the Palestinian Authority delegation from going to the United Nations to speak, for heaven's sake. He's a puppet already. Abu Mazen, the Palestinian Authority president, who doesn't move unless he's authorized by a small little genocidal maniac from the Israel Security Services, they're even banning him. Look at how they treat their own puppets, people who declare complete obedience to the Zionists and the United States. And telling you, oh, we can't, and oh, we can't. And look at how they treat them as if they're small dogs. Oh, no, you're not coming. Put them up. And the Palestinian president, what does he say? He says, we are challenging, this move from the United States not to grant us visas. What do you think you get granted things in life? You don't get granted things in life. You fight to get things in life. You fight for your respect, for your freedom, for your own sake. No one's going to do the job for you. No one's going to bring you a silver plate and feed you with a golden spoon. No grants are granted, no rights are granted for like no return here or freebies or whatever. No, it doesn't work like that. As a matter of fact, they want to take as much rights from you as much as possible. But that's him and people like him paying the price for being shoelaces for Israel and condemning the Palestinian resistance and also whitewashing the genocide by saying it's the problem of the Palestinian resistance. That's what you get. A slap in your face from the same people who you worship. And you deserve nothing more than that, by the way. Because there's this whole argument coming, from some people. Oh, but we can't, but we did. And then the Palestinian resistance goes and turns this whole argument into dust within 1 second. Then Yemen diminishes this whole argument in 0.5 seconds. Who else are you trying to fool? But the Americans are worried, not the American people. The American administration is worried about the fact that there's more recognition. Too late, my friend. You're on the way out. Please realize that. Now they were even bothered by the scenes that came from China, and Donald Trump was acting like an immature idiot by saying, oh, don't forget we helped you in World War II, and say hi to them while they're conspiring against us and whatever. Why? Because they put on a show when their army, you'll have students in any other university or college having better shows than their army or military parades. They're jealous. Really, they are jealous. And they can't accept the fact that this unipolar world order is on its way out, because it's a process. Multipolarity doesn't come in 1 second or two. No, it's a process. And it can be a very painful process too. But the American administration and the European elite as well, of course, connected. All of them are connected. And their little experiment, genocidal, satanic state are refusing to accept this reality. And they still have heaps of arrogance that will eventually wipe them off, by the way, because they're going and they're going. There's no return.